there's a whole bunch of kids doing like recovery, like paying for extra recovery stuff, whether it's like massage, chiro, physio, whatever. And for the parents, I don't know what it is about the parents that they're like very wary of like doing too much or getting hurt doing whatever you're doing. And that was something I talked to some of the parents about when they were signing up for the workouts in season. They're like, oh, well, if they work out on Thursday, like they play a lot of Friday games like that. What, isn't that too much? Like, aren't they going to be too tired or whatever? And now, granted, that could be the case if you go in and get whacked on a Thursday when you don't need to. But assuming it's something intelligent, like there's a lot of erring on the side of don't do too much, don't push it, don't overwork or work too hard or whatever. And even if they don't think of it that way, like don't work too hard, it's like the kids need to figure out how to find the actual limit of what the difference is between like hurt and tired or like sore and hurt or those differences. Like you don't know that when you're a teenager. Yeah. So I find like a lot of these kids are going to their physio person or their chiro person or whatever, and they're always defaulting to, well, I need to take a break because this is sore a little bit or whatever. When what can happen is like, okay, now I got to take a week off because my chiro guy said I should take a week off. Now I missed 3 workouts. Okay, that happens every 2 months, and now you're missing 6 workouts in 2 months. Like that's a terrible idea. You know, You're getting out of the flow. You're missing whatever that day is, whatever the workout of that day is. If it's a squat day or a hinge day or whatever, like that's a big day. You don't want to miss that day. You know, and so I don't know what the mentality is of the parents. Why like there's so much of that. Like I never did that. I don't know about you, but like when I was a teenager, when I was 14 and 15, I didn't go to chiro. I didn't go to physio. I didn't do not that it's inherently bad necessarily, but it's just the mentality that goes with it, right?
It's not. It's never went in my life until I was first time I went to a chiropractor. I was late 20s, and I went because I was lazy and I didn't do a whole lot. I wasn't doing a whole lot with my life, and I was sitting a lot, and my back was getting sore and it wouldn't go away. So I went to a chiropractor for the first time, and it was like, oh, okay. It helped for that day, but it didn't do anything because I didn't change my life at that point until I started changing my life. Then I would get different type of pain. Some of it was overuse. Some of it was, you tweak something here and there. And I went to a chiropractor for a period of time out of necessity because I was buckling, and it helped me rehab a little bit. And then I did on my own. The thing that I noticed is, and you are 100% right, I've never seen so many people have so many issues at such a young age, which I don't think are issues.
Right.
I don't. But I saw a change in my life of like there's just an element of toughness that just isn't there anymore. I mean, you tell me stories about your grandfather, I'll tell you stuff about my grandfather, and they were tough. They were tough, man.
Yeah.
Lost a finger. And what'd you do? I taped it. Yeah. I'm serious. Now, is that extreme? Yeah, maybe, but maybe not. Yeah. And you're 100% right. Kids there was a transformation of it's somewhere along the line where people got really, really soft. And I don't mean to be like Joe Tough Guy here or whatever, but people are freaking soft. And the thing is people want things very, very easy. Everything that we do, right? You think about it, right? You'd rather wait in a lineup at a Tim Hortons drive-through for 10 minutes rather than get out of your car, go grab one, and take you 48 seconds. Everything has to be easy, has to be quick. We lose our mind if we don't have Wi-Fi working on an airplane. I mean, go back 20 years, you didn't have Wi-Fi on an airplane. You sat there and you rode the plane. And we get so impatient, and everything has to be so instantaneous and so easy. And the thing is anytime people are rubbed with a little bit of adversity, they start getting very uncomfortable and they just want to quit, or they need someone to help them fix their problems in every area of life. Yes. So we were very conscious, and I'm very happy about this, is like, yes, and again, I'm not Joe Tough Guy, but fairly gruff. And when my son as a little guy would fall and hurt himself or whatever, I ignored it. I would be like, yeah. And then there was points where he would, I saw him smack his shin where he split it wide open, and he came over like with tears because everyone, like, it's a cryable thing. And he just was like, not made a big panic thing, but we put some, actually I didn't, my wife did, put a Band-Aid on it, and she thought it needs stitches. And we're like, just hang on, tough it out. It'll be fine. You didn't lose your leg, you cut your leg, right? And that helped him in hockey.
Right.
Like, come on, man. You don't
Mhm.
have to go see a doctor every single time you got something wrong.
Well, then, because everything is then a problem.
Everything's a problem.
Right? So any little nick, any little scratch, any little overextension, any bump and like
Never
all of
mind
these things are, I need days off.
Never
you know?
mind that. Your feelings get hurt.
Oh yeah.
And that was the same thing as with my kid. I would tell him, like, no, no, you can't, because.
Yeah.
And yeah, does it hurt you sometimes to not give your kid what you want? But hey, dude, toughen up.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly how my dad was. And if you think like it doesn't have like real world consequences,
it does.
Like, think about what everyone says these days. Like, oh, this generation, like nobody wants to work. Everyone's so soft. And it's like, yeah, you're the parents of the generation. Like, you are the ones that did this. Like, it's not the kid's fault that he doesn't know how to be tough or how to deal with adversity or how to solve a problem. Like, that's your fault.
So much anxiety now too.
Oh,
so much anxiety.
If I hear anxiety one more time, it's like, it's obnoxious, right? Because then it does like an injustice to people who actually have a serious problem. Right? Because now you think that everything is equally weighted on the severity scale of what a problem is. And like, now your kid comes in, and we were just talking about it this morning. Like, when you go watch games now, especially junior hockey, you go watch and it's just vanilla soft, man. Yeah. It's just very soft. Like, there's very few kids who have like that grit or that toughness, or when you watch them, they have like a presence on the ice. There's very few kids that I find that have that. And it's not necessarily the kid's fault, you know? It's just they've been in this environment where like you have a sore ass for 2 seconds and you have to go to your physiotherapist about it, you know? And it's just, it's too much. And it's too much both ways. And then you couple that with, they go to these people and then they're telling them, oh, well, you shouldn't do deadlifts or you shouldn't do this or whatever. And like, and then it just exacerbates the issue, because now the parents, you're already like erring on the side of soft. And now these people who are supposed to know better are like removing things that you could be doing that would actually help. Yeah. You know?
One of the parallels I had, this is what I really noticed too, is especially with my son going to the OHL, and I've seen so now I'm seeing my life firsthand again. So the difference of being tough, or the way life was. I'm not saying it was better than when I was a kid, but it was something. Went to my first camp when I went to Hamilton. Well, first of all, when I played for the Sudbury Wolves, that was my hometown. Parents, I don't know if they went to training camp. My hometown. I don't think they did. I don't think so. We got beat up. They didn't bring me a water bottle. They didn't say, how was it? It was like, well, no, it was like, how was it? It was good. I did well. Okay, good. Never went to one game out of town. When I went to Hamilton, I got there on my own. The parents, I'd call my parents here and there once a week, once every 2 weeks. There's a lot of stuff going on at home. They never came to one game. They never went to training camp. They didn't. It was like, how you doing? Good. Oh, yeah, that's good. That doesn't happen anymore. Every parent, including myself, goes to every game, which I love. I love my kids' hockey. I don't parent them when I'm there, but I just watch playing hockey. I want to see. I'm very involved in watching them. I enjoy it, right? But I saw the change in about 2000, early 2000s. What I noticed, it was, and a couple of these guys played in the NHL. I noticed that parents would drive them here. Parents would watch all practice. Parents would make sure they had a water. It'd be like, hey. And they'd bring out the water bottle to make sure that they had water. Like, the kid didn't know that he was thirsty. Yeah. Couldn't figure that out on his own. And that's the way it is now. It's everything's done for you now. So it's no wonder they're babies. No wonder everything's a little bit softer. You need a chiropractor. You got to sore this and a sore that. And my feelings are hurt. And someone said something that I didn't like. And no one's tough. No one's tough anymore, man. And I'm going to give some advice to anybody that's a hockey player or in life in general. Work harder than other people. Stick out in some other way, and it's probably going to be more old school, and you're going to do just fine. Yep. Instead of being vanilla, everyone's the same, man.
That's it, man.
I love it when I come into the gym and I see some, like, we got great kids, but I love the ones that just, I want more, and if they dial in, they just do it, and the little bit of pain, they actually like it. Yeah.
We got to tell them those are the best kids, because you got to tell those kids to stop. Yeah. Right. And it's like, okay, that's fine. You can be hardcore, but like, you have to know when to dial back now. Yeah. Right. And that is way better. It's way better to err on the side of that than never learning how to actually push through any kind of issue, whether it's a physical thing or whether it's a mental adversity that you have to overcome or whatever. It's way better to be the other way. You
Yeah.
know, when someone has to tell you, hey, dude, like chill.